more time with the zoom all the way out. Yeah,
Take exit
compared to this.
286A on the right.
Zoomed
toward
out.
I-35E North.
Maybe it'll be a better angle. I don't know. So I'll be shortly
1.5 miles. Take the exit on the right to I-35E North toward Denver.
doing another video check-in update on my newest dispatch for the evening, but I don't think I'll do it on this one. I'm going to wait till I get through Dallas. So this is just kind of just to get a wider angle of the city lights here. That's all.
In 1 mile, take the exit on the right to I-35E North toward Denver.
Now, if you're wondering, geez, those lights are going by fast compared to how it looks when it's zoomed in and how it feels. This is the angle how it feels. Yes, those lights are going by that fast.
Take the exit on the right to I-35E North toward Denver.
Wait a minute, that exit, no, yeah, that exit is closed. Son of a bitch. Which way? Come on, tell me which way. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, okay, well, we're gonna get a closer shot at the old archway here, so maybe I'll zoom in.
In 1.25 miles, turn right on Sylvan Avenue.
Jeez, I don't know what this is, if this is a bridge or what. Boy, it sure is cool. Wow, looks like they're getting set up for something down here. Huh, well, looks like we're headed to a downtown district kind of place. That's funny because 35E was open earlier, and I know it was because I took it earlier. Well, keep your eyes peeled for
Turn right on Sylvan Avenue.
for no truck street. Keep your eyes peeled for no truck signs, as I am. Oh, ouch. That was a hard shift.
Turn right on Sylvan Avenue.
Well, maybe I will go ahead and update you on the night's agenda here. Being that this is going this way.
In 1 3/4 miles, turn left on North Stemmons Freeway.
see how things played out. I'm trying to remember what the last video I did was. I guess I don't even think I've posted it up yet, but that's all right. So the plan had been to go down to this place in South Dallas near Lancaster and pick up an empty trailer and then take that back on up to Grapevine, which is not a long trip at all. It's just like 35-mile one-way trip. And so I had gone and arrived to that favorite facility, Amazon facility down there in South Dallas. You know, and there's always just this big line of trucks there, and you know, they got the 3-lane thing, and I think I talked about that last time. And so, you know, I went ahead and got in line there, and as I was sitting there waiting, and it had been maybe 30 minutes, I was sitting out there, and only one truck had moved. Another truck driver had gotten out, who was a couple trucks behind me, and he was in a bobtail. And he had gotten out and walked up to where the check-in gate is, and to find out what was going on. So he came walking back, and by this time a couple of trucks had been starting to move, so I had moved up a bit. And he comes walking up to my truck. You know, my windows were open, and he's like, "Hey, are you know, you're here to pick up?" I was like, "Yeah." And he got to the point was he's like, "Are you here to pick up an empty?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "They don't have any." I said, "They don't have any, huh?" "Yep." "That's what you were here to do?" "Yep, I was here to pick up an empty, and they don't have any." "Okay." So he's like, "Yeah, you should call your dispatch." You know, I was like, "All right." So I pulled up and got a hold of the boss and told him,
In 1/4 mile, turn left on North Stemmons Freeway.
and he says, "Well, if they canceled a load, you know, canceled an empty trailer, if they canceled a trip at all, you know, he needed me to go up and get a reference number for the cancellation." And so I was like, all right. So I went ahead, and instead of pulling my truck into the lanes and finding myself in a position where I was going to be blocked in, I parked my truck on the street outside there,
Turn left on North
just past
Stemmons
the
Freeway.
entrance, and went ahead and walked on up to the gate, and ended up finally talking to the guy. And he's like, I told him, I was like, "Yeah, the boss needs me to get a reference number, a cancellation number." So, yeah, can I get that? He's like, "No, I can't give you one," because he says what you need to do is tell them, you know, to call any of the other Amazon facilities nearby.
On the left to I-35 North.
And see if they have an empty trailer for you. I can't give you a cancellation number until you do that. So, all right. So, walked back out to the truck, called the boss, let him know that. And so he's like, "All right, well, I'll call the customer service people."
Take the ramp on the left to I-35 North.
And then he called me back, and he was on a three-way with me and with the customer service people. And they were like, "Hey, well, can you go ahead and walk back up to the check-in and talk to the guy at the booth and tell him,
1 3/4 miles.
you know,
Keep right to I-35 North.
to get on the phone with us, because we see that in their computer they show that they did have empty trailers and that they were just trying not to get rid of them or something. I don't know, something like that." So I had to go walking all the way back up there. And long story short, the load got canceled. The trip got canceled. So I went up, and it was only about a block and a half away, on up to the TA right up there near where I was. and parked. And there's some interesting story there too, but I'll save that for another one.
I-35 north.
And so I was there parked and like hanging out for a bit, and you know, finally I was like, wow, so this is gonna be it for the night probably. So, you know, started, you know, preparing the truck for, you know, just sleeping there. And then he called me, I guess, and said, hey, you know, he decided he's gonna send me up to Oklahoma. So that's where I'm headed right now. Basically, that's it. That's all it took, like 10 minutes to basically to get to that point, because I'm driving through all this stuff trying to go through a detour here, but that's basically the end of it. So currently I am on my way to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Keep right to I-35 north.
And check-in time then, because if I'm doing that, I better check in. So what do we got? So we got, yeah, Sunday, August 30th still. Time is 10:45 local time.
I-35E.
It is 86 degrees outside. Still pretty warm. And I have 195 miles to get to Oklahoma City. And then what I believe I'll be doing is probably just finding some place to park and spend the night. And then I think he's going to be working on getting a load for me. Either headed, we're not really sure. He was talking about sending me out back to California for the weekend, but I told him, I said, hey, you know, if we need to, you know, make up some loads, you know, just do whatever we got to do. I don't care about the weekend. Oh, okay. So he says, you know, so I might be getting sent back east a little bit, like before I get sent back to California. I don't know. We'll see. Basically, we'll find out. I'll find out what happens tomorrow morning. So there you have it. So Oklahoma, here I come. That'll be a first one for me. Never been to Oklahoma before, I don't believe. So yeah, so there's that, and there's another nighttime drive through Dallas. All right, I'll let you go and talk to you later. See ya.